Hey, it's day 5,652 of our quarantine. Okay, not so much. But we are in the middle of this stay-at-home order here in Washington State, so thankfully we have wine. Thankfully we have white wine. But am I thankful for today's wine? We're going to go ahead and discuss 2018 CMS Family Hedges Estates Sauvignon Blanc. Stay tuned. Hey, you've tuned in to the Rookie Wine and Whiskey Enthusiast, YouTube's primary channel for discussing Washington State wines and spirits, but not exclusively. And even that might be changing just a little bit. So today we are going to be discussing, now when I saw this at Costco, this is a Hedges Family Estate wine. I saw it for $8.99 at Costco. And when I saw it, I'm like, well, I did review one of theirs previously and I liked it, so I figured why not. But before we go ahead and jump right into the review, go ahead and if you like this content, please go ahead and hit the like button. Also, it does help out the channel if you want to go ahead and subscribe to the channel. When you do hit subscription, a little bell icon is going to pop up. When you do hit that bell icon, it's going to give you an option. Make sure you hit the all selection, not just the personalized. That way, when I do upload these videos, you are notified and the algorithms will all start to work together in the whole 9 yards. So that being said, Hedges Family Estate, I loved their red blend, and I'll go, like I said, I'll go ahead and put a link up here to it when I did the review earlier. But I saw this, now it's a Sauvignon Blanc, and I'll be honest with you, Sauvignon Blanc is not my favorite varietal. I do want to like it, but there are certain aspects of a Sauvignon Blanc that just don't hit me very well. Now, this particular one is not 100% Sauvignon Blanc. This particular is an 80% Sauvignon Blanc, 19% Chardonnay, 1% Marsanne. The thing is this is all 100% Washington State. It's 100% Columbia Valley AVA. And it doesn't say estate on the bottle, so I'm going to assume that they've brought in grapes from other places around the state of Washington to make this blend, even though it's technically a Sauvignon Blanc. Let's go ahead and jump right into the review. I've had it in my glass for about 15 minutes. This is a very clear straw color. There are no... Now, one thing with Hedges Family Estate, they don't do a whole lot of filtration. There's not a whole lot of... There's nothing in this at all. So even though it's not filtered, and matter of fact, I'll go ahead and read here on the back here. This wine has occasionally shown deposit of natural tartanic acid crystals as a result of Hedges' winemaking philosophy of less intervention and less filtration. So not no filtration, but less filtration. All right, let's go ahead and jump right in on the nose on this. Now, this is not an intense wine right off the bat. Now, I do get a little bit of kiwi, some peach, almost a white peach note. There's a little bit of citrus, almost like it's a underripe grapefruit. And there's also a green note, almost like a matcha tea note. But the one note that I do find that I dislike in Sauvignon Blanc, I am getting this. But it's ever so slight. Thank God is it ever so slight. And that is an ammonia style of it. It comes across as cat pee. And I know Stuart down at Wine of the Dime, he just reviewed one where he also had that cat pee note. I don't remember if it was a Sauvignon Blanc or not, but Washington State Sauvignon Blancs tend to get this. Now, the nice thing is, I think because it's been blended with the Chardonnay and the Marsanne, that note is extremely tamped down. I'm not getting a whole lot of that on the nose. And matter of fact, it's almost like it's a tertiary note on the nose. So, yeah, it very upfront though with the kiwi and the matcha, especially the matcha, the green note, and the citrus note. So let's go ahead and take a sip of this. Okay. On the flavor of this, the citrus note comes through up front, followed closely by that kiwi note and that matcha note. Thankfully, I'm not tasting any of that ammonia or cat pee note. There's a slight butteriness to this. The body on this wine, it's a very light wine. I'd almost want to say medium minus to just a light. There's almost no tannic structure, obviously. Acidity on this though is relatively high. I would say it's a medium plus on the acidity. It does give a little bit of a tart sensation on the mouth. Alcohol on this, I believe, sits at 13.5%. This could easily be a very. I do taste a little bit of the alcohol. Now, I went to a bourbon tasting party this weekend, so I'm a little bit numb to the alcohol. But when I can taste it in the wine, that tells me that it's going to be a very strong note to it. This wine here probably is a very dangerous wine in that aspect. I could easily see people drinking this fairly quickly and not taking care. So now, as for sweetness, this is a relatively dry wine as well. Very little sweetness on this. Like I said, the mouthfeel though, I think the Chardonnay has helped kind of round it out a little bit. The finish on it is relatively short. It only lasts maybe 5 or 6 seconds. Let's go ahead and double check. Yeah, this is a very easy drinking white wine. Now, I did have my wife nose this and taste it. Thankfully, she didn't get the ammonia cat pee note to it. But I think for $8.99, this is a relatively good wine for what you're getting. Now, I bought it at Costco. I don't know what the distribution is on this. I don't know if you can. I'll put a link down to the Hedges Family Estate vineyard down below, and make sure that if you're interested in this wine, maybe you can order it directly from them. I don't know. This might be one of those wines where they produced it specifically for Costco, too. So I'm going to go ahead. My wife is off camera right now. Corey, is this a wine that you enjoy so far?
Yeah.
Okay. So. Guess what? I mean, like I said, she didn't get that one note that I dislike. So she likes Sauvignon Blancs, me not so much. But could I drink this? I would. What am I going to rate this? I'm going to rate this one probably an 84, an 85 out of 100. This is not normally in my wheelhouse, but for a relatively light-bodied wine with some relatively high acidity, yeah, I could see drinking this. And you know what? I'm going to go ahead and finish this glass. I'll pour myself another glass. Anyways, like I said, if you like this content, please go ahead and comment down below. Is there a Sauvignon Blanc that you think that I would like? Put it down below. Have you had this particular Sauvignon Blanc from Hedges Family Estate? Let me know that as well. Now, as for some changes to the channel, I think I'm going to expand my wine preference to more of the Pacific Northwest. There's a lot of Oregon wines. As a matter of fact, that one of the next wines I'm going to be reviewing is an Oregon Pinot Noir that I found also at Costco. And it's one of those wines where, you know what? I think it's good enough to where it really does deserve. So with everything that's going on with this whole coronavirus thing, I'm sorry, hopefully YouTube doesn't censor me on saying coronavirus. But I think with everybody staying in a little bit more, some of these smaller wineries really do need some exposure. And I do really like some more. There have been some Oregon wines that I've recently come across that are absolutely outstanding. I'm going to go ahead and start reviewing some of those as well. So that being said, as always, folks, please drink responsibly. Life is too short for either bad wine or bad whiskey. This is a relatively decent, above average Sauvignon Blanc. I'm shocked that I'm going to have another glass, actually. So everybody take care. Thank you very much for tuning in. And like I said, please drink responsibly.